Hello viewers, as part of Team Aristotle's activity, we are requested to make a short video about a online learning tool. So for my presentation, my name is Sandeep Reddy and I'm a team member of the Jonathan. So for my presentation, I have chosen ePortfolio as an online learning tool. So here I will be discussing the background of ePortfolio, as well as its success at USP and some feedback received. Starting off with the background, so ePortfolio or a portfolio can be said or defined as a collection of artifacts which describes the learning process of whoever the person created it. So not only learning, it could have assessment activities as well, which could be used by teachers or facilitators to provide feedback which students will then use to continuously improve. So it's like a continuous improvement process. And so a electronic ePortfolio, it replicates the paper-based portfolio which people used to use before, and it works in but this time it is in a digital form, and it has more advantage, such as it acts as a storage for students' work, and also a tool for recording professional development and achievements. And as well as it can be part of a lifelong learning process where based on some papers, students have used the ePortfolio successfully to find employment. And ePortfolio at USP, so USP is now using Mahara as their main ePortfolio software, and all of us, we have experienced Mahara in ED 401 and will be doing so at the end of ED 403. So why was there a need? So the Center for Flexible and Distance Learning, so they started off with this USP ePortfolio project. So they formed a ePortfolio working group to search for the best system to include, and the reason for that was to enhance online learning and teaching in particular. So they procured, so after rigorous research and evaluation, they shortlisted 3, out of which Mahara was chosen as the preferred ePortfolio provider. And the reason for it being chosen was, number one, it was free and a open source software. Number two, it was capable of being integrated with USP's learning management system. So now we just use one single login for our Moodle as well as Mahara. So that was a major advantage. And also it has a wide support amongst the open source developer community. So if there are any bugs or any updates which are constantly being rolled out in Mahara, so it's continuously being updated. And just its success at USP. So firstly, it was tested at a server at Alamus campus in Vanuatu in 2009, and officially it went online in May of 2000 in preparation for UU 100, which was a pilot course offered in the year 2010. And UU 100, I think, as we all know, is a ICT generic course where all students entering the USP system are required to undergo this course and develop a ePortfolio profile, which is also used as a formative as well as a summative assessment, and it accounts for 40% of the coursework, which is quite significant. And according to Sharma, who was the first course coordinator for UU 100, so out of all the campuses that used this ePortfolio profile, all ranked in a pass rate for ePortfolio, which was above 80%, with the exception of just one campus. I think it was Marshall Islands. And then what was the student feedback like for ePortfolio? So during that time and currently as well, students are requesting more training workshops if that can be provided on ePortfolio management, on how they can populate their page and what artifacts would be very suited come the time for professional development. And so it can be used. They found it very useful. Again, it provides the opportunity to be used during employment searches, as well as yes, PGCTT students can build their professional teaching at ePortfolio, which we have all done quite extensively in ED 401, I must say. And finally, the major question which arose from this workshop was what about the accessibility of ePortfolio upon graduation, or how can they use it as a lifelong learning tool? Now, and here are the reference sources for my presentation. Now, if you would like to know more about ePortfolio, this is my e-learning case study as part of assignment 3 in ED 403. So I encourage you to take part in my presentation during my e-learning case study, and I will surely be discussing more about ePortfolio as a learning tool at USP. Thank you very much for staying with me throughout this video session.